Welcome back, guys. Today we'll learn how to print the top and the bottom view of a binary tree. So, firstly, what is a top and a bottom view? Okay, and by the way, I'm talking about a binary tree, not specifically about a BST, right? Even though we have taken the image of a BST, but indirectly BST is also a binary tree, right? So, let's forget about that and let's focus more on what is a top view. Okay, so try to think that this is a 3D image. Okay, and what will happen, which nodes will you see if you look at this image from the top? Okay, so let's see. I'll see 1, 3, 8, 10, and 14, and the rest of them, they'll be hidden. How? See, this 6, this will actually get, these arrows, their length are not equal, but if they would have been equal, this 6, it would have been hidden beneath 8, right? And this 7, it would have been hidden beneath this 10. This 13 also would have been hidden beneath this 10. 4 would have hidden beneath 3. So the only nodes that would have been visible were 1, 3, 8, 10, and 14. Why? Because they were on the top. They were the first nodes when you look from the top, and they actually hide the other nodes. So they'll be the only node that will be visible, right? So how to solve this question? We'll again talk about bottom view also, but firstly let's focus a little bit more on top view. Okay. So in order to solve this question, we'll actually try to modify the structure of our node a bit. Till now, whichever language it may be, our node only had three elements, right? It had the data, it had the address of the left child, and the address of the right child. But now, I'll add an additional feature. I'll add a thing known as horizontal distance. What horizontal distance? The horizontal distance that particular node has from the root node. Okay, only horizontal distance. So what I mean by that is actually that will be the key of to solve this question. So let's start with that. Now I ask you that what is the horizontal distance of the root node from the root node? You can actually give me the you can give me the value in integer. So I'll say 0 horizontal distance, which means 0 is only 0 distance away from sorry, root node is only 0 distance away from root node, right? That's a given. So after that, what I do is, when I move to the left side, I say that okay, decrease the horizontal distance by 1. So when I'm moving to the left side, I decrease the horizontal distance by 1. So my horizontal distance, which means, what I mean by that is, the node 3, it's minus 1. It's minus 1. Minus 1 indicates that it's on the left side. Okay, minus indicates that it's on the left side of the root node. It tells me that this is minus 1 distance away from the root node, right? What about the right child? I'll give me the positive value. Positive means that it is on the, it's on the right side. So sort of like, a scale, an integer graph, integer scale type. Okay, so I'm just using a unit of 1, which means that it's 1 unit away from the root node. I hope that's pretty much clear. Okay, so I'll just keep on following this process again and again. So let's see. Uh, right now, let's consider that this is the root node. This is minus 1. Okay, so when I move from this to the left, I'll just decrease the value again by minus 1. So what will be the horizontal distance of minus 1? It will be minus 2. Clear? What will be the horizontal distance of 6? Since it's on the right side, I'll add 1. I'll add 1 to the horizontal distance of its parent, since we are on the right side, so it will become 0. I hope you are getting clear what I'm trying to do. If the node is on the left side, I take the HD from the horizontal distance from the parent, and I decrement it by 1. If it is on the right side, I increment it by 1. Okay, now if I just follow that same procedure, 14 will be 2, 13 will be, let's say, 1. Actually, this thing will also make you understand it diagrammatically very easy. Okay, how? I'll just show you it in a bit. 4 will become minus 1. Okay, so now any any node that have the same horizontal distance, they'll lie in the same line. I'll just try to understand explain that. So the thing is, 8 and 6, they'll actually come under the same line. They'll actually coincide. 8 will be in the top, and then on the bottom we'll have 6. So the things will be like that. Okay, now what about 10, 7, and 13? Even though I know it might be a little bit hard to understand that, but 10, 7, and 13, they also come one under one. So since we actually iterate to the left side for it, since 7 came first and 13 came after that, so 7 will actually be on top of 13. So the at the most top we'll have 10, and then we have 7, and then we have 13. And actually this thing can change depending on how you have inserted this. So I'll assume that I've inserted 7 before 13, so this will be like my vertical line. So please try to understand that 10 is on the top, 7 is in the middle, 13 is in the bottom. Okay, so now what about 14? Let's say 14 is alone. For 14 is completely alone, right? What about 3 and 4? They are on their own vertical line, and this. So now, actually, getting an image of this is very easy. So if I ask you to tell me that what is the top view, you will say, okay, since this is the this is the only vertical line, the top node here, the top node, print the top node of each vertical line. Okay, so you can print 1, you can print 3, you can print 8, you can print 10, and you can print 14. So what will be the top view of this BSD? It will be 2, 3, 8, 10, and 14. We are clear with that, right? Pretty simple. Now since we are on the topic, let's talk about what will be the bottom view, and then we'll come up with a logic. Okay, so what will be the bottom view? Now print the last element of that vertical line. Simple. Now try to think that you are actually looking at this image from the bottom side, and what will be the lowest element? So firstly will be 1, right? Those who only have one element, they'll be both the top element and the bottom element, right? Now what about this? Now 4 will be the element that that will be visible to me when I look from the bottom. Similarly, 6 will be visible to me, and 7 won't be because 7 is in the middle. 13 will be sorry 7 sorry I'm sorry for that. 13 will be visible to me, right? And 14 will be visible to me. So what will be the bottom view of this binary tree? 1, 4, 6, 13, and 14, right? We are clear with that. So now let's start with the main coding part. What I'll do is, I hope you are aware with a term known as map, dictionary, hash map, whatever you call in your language. Okay, in C++, I think it's called an order map or map. In Java, it's called hash map maybe, and in Python, it's called a dictionary, right? So what I'll do is, let's actually, I'll just code it. So not actually code it, I'll just try to understand better. So let's say that I call my map A. Okay, and this is a normal structure of a map. So I go to a node and I say, okay, the key should be what, you know that a dictionary, a map, and whatever, they follow a pair that is known as this key value pair, right? Every key has a value. So my key will be the horizontal distance and my value will be the node. What do I mean by that? The first node that I will iterate is my root node. Okay, so its horizontal distance will become my key. So 0 will become my key. Okay, actually the first thing that I'll check is that key, I'm talking about 0 right now, so I'm talking about 0. What do I mean by that? Is that key present in my dictionary right now? Okay, let's call it dictionary. So is that 0 present in my dictionary right now? It's not. Right now initially my dictionary is empty, right? So I'll insert the key will become 0, and my value will become, I'll put the node, but right now I'm just putting the value for better understanding. Okay, so my value will become 8. Done with that. Now, you know I'll try to do a BFS. Well, I hope you're clear with what a BFS is. I have already made a video on that. If you are not, then you can just go and watch it, right? In BFS, we do level order traversal. We firstly print that all the node on the particular level, and then we move to the next node. So what I do is I then move to the left child. Okay, I firstly print all the siblings, and then I move to the and then I move to the child. So right now I printed all the siblings. I printed 8, and then I move to the child. So I print 3, right? I move to the left child first, and then I move to the 3. So what my key becomes -1. My horizontal distance is my key, right? So my key is -1, and then I check that, is -1 present in my dictionary? No, it's not. Okay, then insert -1 and give the value as 3, right? Done with that. And then I move to the right child. I'm doing a level order traversal, right? So then I move to the right child. I get a key that is known as 1. Okay, you give me a key that is known as 1. So I check that, is 1 present in my dictionary? You say yes. You say not. No, actually 1 is not present. So I'll say, okay, insert 1 and insert the value as the value. Insert the value as the data of that node. Okay, so I hope you're getting understanding where we are trying to go with this. Okay, after that I come to let's say this node. Okay, so what is the key? -2. I say, is -2 present there? If it is present, then I won't insert anything, since my task is to print the first element that I find. Okay, so -2, I say -2. Okay, -2 is there. Is -2 present in my dictionary? No, it's not. So -2 will become my key. Okay, -2 become my key. And what will my value? My value will become 1. Great. Now I move to the next will be 0. So I say, is 0 present in my dictionary? Yes, 0 is present in my dictionary. So move on. Then I come here. Then I come to 2. Okay, so is 2 present? This 14 element. Okay, is 2 present in my dictionary? You say no, 2 is not present. So I insert 2 as a key, and 14 will become the value. Okay, and then I go to this. I go to this 4. Okay, you say, is is -1 present? I say yes, it's present. Don't do anything. Is 1 present? You say yes, 1 is present. Then don't do anything again. is again 1 present? Yes, 1 is present. So this will be, and after that I'll just print the values like 8, 3, 10, 1, 14. So this will be my answer, right? And that is exactly correct. 8, 3, 1, 10, and 14, that are my top view of that binary tree, right? So that was the logic of a top view. And now what about the bottom view? That's the you only need to change one thing for bottom view, only one line, and that will do the trick. So I was actually saying a line again and again, that if it is present, then if it is not present in that dictionary, only then add it, right? I was saying that again and again. So now I'll say one thing. I'll say that remove that line. It doesn't matter whether it is present or not, just insert that. So now what will happen is, uh, you see that when I came for this zero here, I what in my top view I said that okay, zero is present, so don't insert it. But now I'll say okay, zero is present, it's great, but replace the value. So the value of 0 will be replaced by 6, right? What about minus 1? So minus 1, I'll again encounter minus 1 here, and minus 1 will give me a value of 4. Okay, so I'll say okay, replace the value of minus 4. Now the new value become 4. So what is happening in top view? In top view, I'm just storing all the values. I'm storing the first occurrence of that particular horizontal distance, right? And what about the bottom view? In bottom view, I am storing the last occurrence of that particular horizontal distance, right? So what do I mean by last occurrence? I just keep on replacing, and when I'm done traversing the binary tree, whichever value I have, that will be my answer, right? So this was the the logic of top and bottom view, and now I'll just try to code it in a bit. Okay, so thank you. All right, then now let's start with the coding part. So this is the tree. I've just reassembled it a little bit. So what is the top view, what is the bottom view, it's a little bit more clear. So 12 is coinciding with 7 and 14. So 12 with a, when we are printing the top view, 12 will be the one that will be shown, and 12 will be the one that will be hiding this 7 and 14, right? So when I ask you about the top view, you'll say 4, 5, 12, 17, and 19, right? And what if I ask you about the bottom view? You'll say 4, right? Because this is on its own vertical line, then 5, and then 14, right? Then 14, and then 17, and then 19. Yeah. So let's start. Firstly, I'll just make a function. Let's call it our top view. Top view, and I'll pass root because that is the only thing that I need for the iteration. Okay. So now let's start creating a function from the very basic. Oh, by the way, yes, almost forgot. I need to modify my structure a little bit. That will be, I'll add a, let's say, HD, horizontal distance. So it will be 0, right? Self dot HD equals to 0. Now let's start with the coding part. So I'll make a function and let's call it top view. Yeah, I have a parameter root. Okay. Now, first thing that I check is if my root is none. Why am I checking this? Because what if the root that they have passed me, it's empty, the tree is empty, and I'm asked to print the top view, then I just don't do anything, I just return, right? So okay, by the way, if root equals to none. Yeah. So now let's start the main part. So I'll have a queue, right? I'll have a queue. I'm creating a queue. I hope you are pretty clear with how we do a BFS traversal, right? So I'll just give a revision, a quick tour. So we make a queue, we append the root, and then we just keep on popping its keep on pushing its left and right child, and then we keep printing them in an order. Okay. So we'll make a queue, and I need another thing, and that is uh, let's say the vals. This is a dictionary, a map, or a hash map. Okay. And I'll use the local variable name as HD. This will store the horizontal distance of the current node of where I am, right? So HD equals to 0, and root dot HD equals to HD. So what I'm trying to do is simply, I'm initially, well, even if I don't like the write this line, it's there's not such matter, because initially my HD is 0, but in some cases we don't initialize it. So just for those cases I'm writing this. So q dot append now starts my main code. Q dot append root, I have appended my root. Okay. Now I'll iterate till when? Till the time q has any element left. Till time q has any element left, till that time I'll keep on iterating this. So this is just to be a normal BFS travel, right? I hope this is clear. Okay. So while len q is greater than 0, I'll create a cur. This means my current node, and what I'll do is I'll simply pop the first element of my queue. Initially that will be root, right? I'll pop the first element in my root. So now my HD will be equal to what? This cur dot HD, right? My HD will be the current root of HD, because this will keep on changing, right? I'm using an iterative approach. There's a recursive approach also, but I'm using an iterative approach because iterative is actually faster. So hd equals to cur.hd. Now, uh, if 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 this particular horizontal distance, if this hd is not in val, I hope this is you remember that, okay? If hd is not in val, only then I'll insert it. So well hd will give me what? Will give my current dot data. Sorry, will give my current dot data. So yeah, there's an error. If hd is not in, okay, so why is, sorry, if hd not in val, yeah, sorry for that. If hd not in val, I'm just checking that if that element, if that key is not present in my uh, in my dictionary, then what do I do? Only then I insert it. Okay, so now let's start. If temp, sorry, if cur dot left, if my current dot if the left child of my current node is present, so if cur dot left is not none, only then what do I do is I'll actually change temp dot left dot hd. I'll actually change uh, the value of its horizontal distance to what? To the current horizontal distance, the current, the current horizontal distance, and minus one, right? And after that I'll just append it, q dot append that temp dot left, right? I just declare, since I'm going to the left side, I just decremented the value by one of my current horizontal distance, right? It's not only minus one, it takes the value from its parent, and the value of the parent will be stored in hd, right? So I just decrement the value by one. And if cur dot right is, sorry, is not none, then what do I do is I change the, why do I write temp again and again? Sorry, current current, sorry for that. Current dot left, okay. So cur dot right dot hd will be equal to what? Hd, the current hd that we have, plus one. Okay, sorry, actually this is the parent hd, this is the parent hd. If you want, I can just change the name also, but that's basic. Okay, so current right hd will be hd plus one. Since I'm moving to the right side, the horizontal distance increase in plus one. Okay, and if I move to the left side, the horizontal distance will increase. Okay, so that is the case. And after that, I'll just append q dot append, and let's say cur dot right. Yeah, I think that is the complete code. We are done with this. At the end, I just need to print my m, so I'll just print it. Okay, so this is the top view, and I'll just try to run this code. Okay, yeah, by the way, before that, what will be the top view? 4 5 12 17 and 19. Okay, so let's run our code. uh, m is not defined. Yeah, why would m be defined? It should be val. Yeah. uh, okay, why again? mm, mm, mm. Yes, this, yeah. Yeah, so now we have this. So by the way, I've not sorted it, but I hope it's much better for understanding. You can, if you take a look at this, for the 0th key we have the value of 12, right? And for the minus 1 key we have the value of 5. For the first key we have the value of 17, and for the minus 2 key we have value of 4, and for 2 we have value of 19, right? So this is exactly the top view. And if you just wanted, I can actually print it also in a better way. For I in sorted of val, print sorry, print actually val of I, yeah, val of I. And I'll just, yeah, done with that. Now let's see what is the top view. Okay, so yeah, now let's look much better. Okay, 4 5 12 17 and 19. Yeah, good. So 4 5 12 17 17 and 19, that is the top view, right? But about the bottom view, I have already mentioned this before. For bottom view, you only had to change one line. Rather, I'll just comment it, just remove this line. Okay, and by the way, this is Python, so I have to keep indentation in check. And done with this. Now this is the code for bottom view. Pretty simple, right? Now actually I'll just show it to you. So for bottom view, what should be our answer? 4 5 14 17 and 19, right? So let's run our code. Let's see what happens now. 4 5, where is it? Okay, 4 5 and 14 and 17 and 19. Exactly, yeah, that is the correct answer. So this was the code for the top view and the bottom view. Only difference is of one line, right? I hope you know why the difference is, what actually is causing the difference, right? So by the way, if you have any questions, just ask them in the comment sections, all right? And yeah, so we are done with this. The top view and the bottom view, by the way, just change the name of the functions. Okay, so, okay, so this is the complete code, and thank you for watching this, guys.